There is a fantastic sex scene involving thread that was so perfect for these two. Thread? Suing thread? What is this? 50 Shades of Haberdashery.
Must you start with the most lurid possible detail? We are supposed to be discussing Paladin's Hope by Kingfisher, the fourth book in her Saint of Steel series, a work exploring trauma, faith, and…
Yeah, trauma, faith, blah blah blah. It's about a sad sack paladin whose god ghosted him, and a spy who's apparently terrible at spying. And the biggest mystery, the real kicker, isn't the demons or the salt technology. It's why the author is torturing her readers. 4 books, 4, and people are still screaming online? Where's the dead god info? One reviewer literally said, "Fool me once, shame on T. Kingfisher. Fool me 4 times, shame on me." They're reading these things furious.
Reader entitlement is a fascinating sociological phenomenon, but perhaps we could discuss the actual characters? Marguerite, the female protagonist, is a complex figure grappling with a dangerous past and…
Complex? She's a spy who, according to reviews, literally everyone is better at espionage than her. My neighbor Barry could sneak better, and he wears Crocs with bells on them. She's supposed to be this cynical bombshell, but she sounds more like someone who got fired from the CIA for leaving classified documents by the office Keurig. And apparently, she used to sleep with people for information. My ex Brenda used to do that. Well, not for information, mostly just for free pizza. Same energy, though.
Marguerite's pragmatism and guarded nature stem from her traumatic history. It's a defense mechanism, and Shane, the Paladin, he represents the hollowness left by a crisis of faith. His guilt, his perceived unworthiness.
Oh, you mean Captain Mopey? Sad boy Shane. This guy makes Eeyore look like Tony Robbins. Woe is me. My god is dead. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Guess I'll go eat worms. He's got cosmic abandonment issues. One reviewer called him pathetic. Pathetic. Can you imagine trying to date this guy? Honey, where do you want to go for dinner? Oh, nowhere nice. I don't deserve nice things. Perhaps that dumpster behind the Arby's has some scraps worthy of my wretched existence.
He's processing. It's a journey of healing, and he has moments of profound vulnerability, like when he tells Marguerite, "I'm less broken when I'm around you." That resonates.
Oh, gag me with a spoon. That's not vulnerability, that's emotional dumping. He needs a therapist. Not a girlfriend who's also dodging assassins. Honestly, the only character people seem to universally like is Ren, the sidekick, the tiny berserker, paladin everyone wants a book about. Forget these 2 sad sacks. Give me Ren. When is the Ren book coming out? You're the intellectual. Figure it out.
Not how literary analysis works, but Ren does provide a necessary counterpoint, a lightness.
See, even you like Ren better. Okay, so the book itself, is it actually any good? Or is it just 300 pages of angst, bad spying, and blue thread?
The prose is often witty, the world building is intricate, and the exploration of consent and trauma within the romance is quite nuanced, actually. The central adventure plot involving the protection of an inventor and navigating court intrigue.
Boring. Salt purification technology. Seriously, one reviewer said, and I quote, "I would rather they have revisited the mystery of the smooth men than a trade dispute over purifying salt water, smooth men." That sounds way more interesting. Probably creepier than those mannequin-head zombies from book 1 everyone mentioned. Who cares about salt?
It provides the framework for the character interactions. Sometimes the mundane backdrop highlights the extraordinary emotional stakes. It's a deliberate pacing choice, allowing the relationship and the internal struggles to breathe. Much like Melville uses the minutiae of Welling in…
Oh, don't you dare bring up Moby Dick again. Don't you dare. That whale was less boring than Shane's internal monologue. At least the whale did something. People are furious about the pacing. Fool me 4 times. They scream. They want answers about the dead god, not a lecture on desalination.
Perhaps patience is a virtue readers could cultivate. Good things come to those who wait.
Tell that to the German reviewer complaining about unrealistic wine cellar lighting. In a world with magic and demons, what is constantly lighting this not at all dark wine cellar in a world without electricity? My German's rusty, but I think that means, why isn't this wine cellar pitch black? Damn it! Priorities, people. Forget the demons. Is the wattage correct?
The point is, the reception is polarized. Some find the romance flat, others find it full of chemistry. Some find the plot tedious, others engaging. It evokes strong reactions.
Strong reactions like wanting to throw the book whenever Shane starts whining again? Or getting to the end and still not knowing anything more about the big mystery. Okay, Hypothetical time. If Shane were a sandwich, what kind would he be?
Utterly absurd. I refuse to.
Too late. He'd be soggy white bread with just mayonnaise, maybe a single wilted lettuce leaf representing his lingering hope, and you bite into it and it just disappoints.
That's needlessly cruel, but perhaps not entirely inaccurate.
All right, judgment time. Rating system. Let's go with, how many times did you want to personally intervene and tell Shane to snap out of it? I give it a solid 8 interventions out of 10. Too much mope. Not enough answers. And the thread thing is just weird.
Despite my reservations about your crassness, I have to rate it differently. For the character depth, the handling of difficult themes, and the undeniable skill in Kingfisher's writing, even if the pacing tests patience, I give it 6 out of 8 perfectly sharpened, realistically maintained swords. But compelling.
6 swords. What does that even mean? Whatever, you heard it here, folks. Angst, questionable spying, reader rage, and thread. That's Paladin's hope.
Join us next week on Heartbook Radio when we tackle My Billionaire Bigfoot Lover. Did you choose this?
It's got layers, layers. You've been listening to Heartbook Radio. We're out of here.